Number 1. This creepy footage was recorded by Xander, a popular YouTuber known for his channel, Xander Budnick. He's an experienced outdoorsman who loves pushing himself to the limit in tough conditions. For nearly 2 decades, Xander has been taking viewers on wild adventures to remote jungles, islands, and deep forests. But during this particular trip, something happened that really shook him. It was March 28th, 2021. A cold spring day. Xander headed out on a solo camping trip near his home. The temperature was around 12 degrees Celsius, with patches of snow still on the ground and rain in the forecast.
Got out here, it's 12 degrees Celsius. We got snow on the ground, we got rain on the forecast, and it's that weird time between winter and summer. Some people call it spring, other people call it muck season. That's up to you. But it's definitely an awkward time to go camping. So we're out here with a ton of gear, and basically this is just an experiment, seeing what we can do in this type of season.
With all his gear packed, Xander was ready to test how well he could handle these tricky conditions. He started his hike, recording everything as usual. As he walked deeper into the forest, the crunch of snow under his boots was the only sound around him. Eventually, he found a good spot, set up his tent, built a campfire, and cooked dinner. By evening, the forest was calm, with nothing but distant thunder breaking the quiet. Everything seemed peaceful, but later that night, things took a strange turn. Xander woke up suddenly to a weird, distant sound. At first, it was hard to make out, almost like someone or something crying out in the dark. He stayed completely still, straining to hear where the noise was coming from. Then, out of nowhere, a gunshot rang through the forest. Cutting off the strange sounds, Xander froze, too scared to move. He stayed quiet, listening carefully to see if anything or anyone was nearby. But after that single gunshot, everything went silent again. The forest was completely still. When morning came, he was still shaken by what had happened. Thankfully, nothing else had occurred during the night. He packed up his gear, made breakfast, and left the forest. A few days later, Xander checked the news to see if there had been any reports of strange activity in the area, but he found nothing. To this day, he has no idea what those sounds were. Subscribe and help us reach 10,000 subscribers. 90% of the people watching have not subscribed yet, so please do, it's free. Number 2. Adam and his brother set off for a multi-day camping adventure at Sugar Creek State Forest. The plan was pretty straightforward. Find a good spot, set up camp, and relax in the quiet wilderness. They were excited to check out a newly opened camping area in the forest. Equipped with backpacks and an all-terrain wagon packed with gear, they headed down a steep trail, knowing it would flatten out further along. Everything seemed to be going smoothly.
The Sugar Creek, got a new camping location that we're going to. There's Jeremiah over there, and got a all-terrain wagon here that we're pulling a bunch of stuff on, and then our backpacks. So hopefully this thing works out. Got a big downhill, go down, and then it's all flat from there.
At least for the first few hours. As night fell, though, the peaceful atmosphere took a strange turn. Out of nowhere, they heard something unusual, singing. It wasn't accompanied by any instruments, just a lone voice echoing through the dark forest. Confused and a little uneasy, Adam's brother grabbed a camera and started recording. The singing didn't stop. It drifted through the trees, haunting and strange, like someone performing for an invisible audience. Curious and more than a little creeped out, they decided to investigate. Checking their map, they realized there were no houses nearby. In fact, the nearest one was miles away. So, who could be singing out here in the middle of nowhere? They cautiously moved closer to the sound, hoping to figure out what was going on. But instead of answers, things only got weirder. The closer they got, the more unsettling it became. The voice continued, steady and unchanging, as if whoever was singing didn't even notice them. For hours, the eerie singing echoed through the night. No breaks, no pauses, just that same haunting melody drifting through the dark. It left them wondering, what kind of person sings alone, deep in the forest, for hours on end? To this day, they don't know the answer, and neither does anyone else. Number 3. The YouTuber behind Abandoned Boys decided to head back to a remote forest where he had once seen something that left him spooked. A massive, shadowy figure lurking in the trees. Armed with his camera, he ventured deep into the wilderness, determined to uncover any trace of whatever it was he had seen before. At first, everything seemed normal. The night was quiet, and there was nothing out of the ordinary. But as he hiked further along the trail, that peaceful feeling started to fade. An eerie tension crept in.
Oh, what is that? Are you not seeing this? What is that?
Suddenly, strange noises broke the silence, echoing through the trees. It wasn't clear where they were coming from, but the sounds were unsettling enough to make him stop in his tracks. To make things worse, small objects started flying toward him, as if being thrown from somewhere nearby.
Seen that shadow, man. I turned around, he was back in them trees right there.
Over
Yeah, right there.
here?
Yeah. What the hell? You didn't hear that? What the? Go.
He paused at the spot where he had previously seen the shadowy figure and explained to his viewers exactly where it had been standing. But before he could finish, another noise interrupted him. Then, without warning, they saw it, a terrifying figure moving near the trees. Panic kicked in, and they bolted, running as fast as they could through the dark woods, struggling to find their way back to safety. Fortunately, they made it out unharmed, but the footage they captured left viewers divided. Some believed it was all just an elaborate prank, while others were convinced that something genuinely disturbing had happened that night. Number 4. Bear, the fearless adventurer behind the YouTube channel Exploring with Bear, is known for his high-risk explorations, from solo camping trips in haunted forests to investigating abandoned buildings. In this particular video, Bear revisits a remote forest in Berlin, Ohio, a place with a chilling reputation for Bigfoot sightings. He had been here before, but was scared off by unknown intruders. This time, though, things would take an even darker turn. On December 4th, 2024, Bear arrived after nightfall. He parked his truck near the edge of the forest and decided to explore a cemetery he had visited on his last trip. But as he made his way through the woods, an uneasy feeling settled over him. The darkness seemed thicker, and the air felt heavy, as if something was watching from the shadows.
My goodness. Forget, I think the cemetery's actually in here a bit good ways, too. Oh. I got a terrible feeling. Terrible. Holy smokes, that was rocks. That sounded like a rock clank. Really close. Oh my goodness. Whew. Oh my goodness. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, crap. behind us. We just came from there.
Suddenly, strange sounds broke the stillness, rocks clanking together unnervingly close to where Bear stood. His anxiety spiked as he turned around, only to realize that the noise was coming from the very path he had just walked. Then, distant barking rang out, echoing through the trees. Bear tried to shake off the tension, but the sense of being watched only grew stronger.
Oh, did you guys hear that? Barking spider. That surely wasn't me. What is that?
As he scanned the forest, hoping for an explanation, his camera captured something unusual, a faint light deep in the woods. It didn't move, just hovered in the distance before vanishing behind the trees.
It's not coming up on camera. It's way out there. I don't see it moving. It's just staying still. Oh, it just disappeared. It could have went behind a tree. What is that? What is that? Oh, it just moved. What is that? Oh, it just moved.
Bear whispered nervously, wondering aloud what it could be. But before he could process what was happening, a shadowy figure appeared, something lurking in the dense brush. Realizing the danger, Bear bolted toward his truck. Panic took over as he raced through the dark forest, his heart pounding. But what made it worse was that the figure seemed to follow him, closing the distance as he sprinted to safety. He stumbled and sustained a minor injury, but he didn't stop until he reached his vehicle. Once inside, he quickly drove off, leaving the eerie forest behind. Number 5. On March 9th, 2023, she was living her dream, spending the night in her van, embracing the adventurous but unpredictable world of van life. While it often feels freeing, some nights turn into unsettling experiences, and that night in Columbia, South Carolina, would be no exception. After driving around for hours searching for a safe spot to park and with no luck securing a hotel, she eventually pulled into the parking lot of a Hilton Garden Inn.
I saw this Denny's that's open 24 hours, but then I noticed this Hilton Garden behind it. I don't know what the ratings are, but listen, I'm tired, so pretty sure I'm just gonna park there and leave Cracker Barrel for another night. And this Hilton Garden has plenty of parking, so it's about to go down. Also, there's another van, so that's kind of comforting.
Exhausted and ready to rest, she hoped it would be a quiet place to spend the night. Comforted by the sight of another van nearby, she locked her doors and began her usual routine, staying awake for a few minutes to listen to her surroundings before falling asleep.
Okay, so even though I'm really tired, I usually stay up for a few minutes and just kind of listen to my surroundings and kind of peek out the windows, coverings like I just did. 1 or 2 more times, just to like make sure that there's no one walking around or security rolling up on me or whatever, and then I go to sleep.
But just minutes after turning off her lights, a loud knock shattered the silence. Startled, she froze. Her heart raced as she peeked through the window to see a man in a security uniform standing by her van.
Just a second. Hi.
Hey, you have a roll?
I just pulled over just to go to the bathroom back here. I'm leaving.
Okay.
She rolled the window down cautiously, and he informed her that overnight parking wasn't allowed. Without arguing, she quickly packed up and drove away. The sudden knock had shaken her. Still rattled, she finally spotted a quality inn down the road and decided to park there, even though it had less than stellar reviews.
Hundreds of hotel parking lots that I ever got the knock, and I hadn't even fallen asleep. I had just, like I said, just sat there and listened for a few minutes. It hadn't even been 5 minutes since I turned off the camera when I heard that knock. Now, normally, if it was like, I don't know, if it was in the middle of the night, I would probably not have answered because of safety and because they wouldn't have known that I was in there. But since they saw me pull up and park, then they were like, bro, no. That's the car that was parked behind me. So when I pulled up and turned and parked, that car was parked there with their lights on. But it's a regular car. It wasn't like a security car. So it looked like two dudes, which I couldn't really see, but it looked like two dudes in that car, in that regular car. So I thought it was just like people staying at the hotel. But that's interesting that they have security officers in their uniform, but in regular cars.
As she settled in once more, she reflected on what had happened. She also noted something odd. When she arrived at the Hilton, she had seen a regular car parked with its lights on. It didn't look like a security vehicle. Thankfully, she woke up safe the next morning, but the fear from that knock lingered. Van life may be adventurous and freeing, but moments like that are a harsh reminder. It's not always as carefree as it seems. Number 6, a group of fishermen out on the open sea noticed something strange bobbing in the distance. Curious, they steered closer and were stunned by what they found. It was a young girl, floating all alone on a unicorn inflatable, eerily calm despite being adrift in the vast ocean. A missing child report from a nearby beach suddenly came to mind, and everything began to make sense. She must have accidentally drifted away while playing near the shore. Without hesitation, the fishermen navigated carefully toward her and managed to pull her aboard safely. Thanks to their quick actions, the girl was soon reunited with her worried family, bringing the heart-stopping incident to a happy conclusion. Number 7. Elliot and Joe, from the Ghost Theory YouTube channel, headed out on a late-night adventure after receiving a tip about a mysterious abandoned manor. The place was rumored to be haunted, and an explorer who had visited earlier claimed to have heard strange sounds. By 2 a.m., Elliot and Joe arrived, their flashlights cutting through the suffocating darkness as they stepped into the decaying, long-forgotten structure. Mold crept up the peeling walls. Broken furniture lay scattered across the floors, and the heavy silence pressed down on them. The manor felt frozen in time, steeped in history and something else.
Yeah, no one even knows what happened to him. As far as I know. Just absolutely unbelievable. How do we come across this?
All right. And this is steeped in history by the look of it.
Yeah.
Still feels like a lot of energy here as well. Weird. Ooh. Okay. Can you hear us?
Did you hear that then? It sounded like that. Just went ding. Really quiet though.
No, I didn't hear it. I probably was speaking at the time or something.
At first, nothing happened. They called out, asking if any spirits were present. Nothing, just the echo of their own voices. But then the noises began, a rattling sound, as if a metal bucket had moved by itself in a nearby room. Before Elliot could answer, the temperature seemed to drop, and their fully charged camera battery suddenly drained to 0.
Shit out of you.
I'm already freaked out.
Yeah, there's a doll in the doorway that was not there before. I swear to that was not there before. Absolutely off. Was that there before? That wasn't there before.
That was not
Because
there.
you walk through, like, it's not even big.
Joe, that was not there.
Oh, no.
That wasn't there.
No.
No, I know.
No.
That was not there.
No, I know. No. Not happening. Not.
Then came the sound, a loud, deliberate thud from down the hall. They swung their flashlights toward the noise and froze. Sitting in the doorway was a doll. The doll, small and unsettling, stared back at them. They checked the footage. Sure enough, it wasn't there earlier. A thin necklace dangled from the doll's neck, oddly clean in the dusty room. Then they noticed something else, a knife on the floor, just inches away from the doll. The tension was suffocating. If this was a prank, there were no signs of anyone else in the manor. If it wasn't, then what had moved the doll?
Can you move that doll?
Why?
Because it's next to a knife.
I'll move the knife and watching the doll again. Okay, please explain to me that happens.
No,
You're
I
being
can't.
way too quiet for
Yeah,
this
because
to
I don't
be-
know what the to say.
You seem really calm about
I'm
the
not
fact that the doll
calm.
has just
I'm
appeared.
shitting myself and I want to leave.
Unable to shake the overwhelming unease, they decided to leave. The manor has since been sealed off, its secrets locked inside. As for the doll, it still sits there, exactly where it shouldn't be, waiting. Number 8. Alyssa Vanilla, a well-known YouTube creator, documents her life as a solo female traveler living out of her van. Her channel is a raw and unfiltered mix of van life adventures, travel vlogs, and personal insights into the ups and downs of life on the road. On October 10th, 2022, Alyssa shared an unsettling experience that occurred while she was camping alone in the desert near Tucson, Arizona.
Hi.
You okay?
Yes, I am.
I'm just kind of checking, making sure everybody's got enough water and...
Oh, okay. Are you a ranger or?
No, I just live close.
Oh, okay.
So I kind of come out and check, make sure, because I know there's a lot of people that come out here that don't have a lot of time here. Just checking on people, making sure they got water, got what they need.
Cool.
So if you do stay, I'll see you again, but that's all I'm doing.
Right.
I'm spooky.
Okay. Well.
I had shit stolen from my house 2 years ago. So 2 years ago I started doing that. I started making myself open to people that were out here, giving them my name so they knew who I was, so they saw my face, and you know what? It's worked for me. Nobody steals shit from my house anymore.
And what is your name?
Johnny. So if you need a shower, you're welcome to, come by. Probably would work better since you're a female. It would probably work better if you came by while I was there a couple of times, just so my wife gets to know you. So she doesn't think there's something stupid going on.
Right.
But if you need a shower or something, that's not a problem.
As the video begins, Alyssa explains why she chose the isolated spot. Midway through her narration, the sound of an approaching ATV interrupts the calm. A man named Johnny appears and strikes up a conversation that quickly turns awkward. He says he patrols the area to check on campers and ensure they have enough water. Then, things get stranger. He invites Alyssa to shower at his house and meet his wife so that, in his words, she doesn't think something stupid is going on. Although the conversation seems innocent on the surface, Alyssa can't shake her discomfort. After Johnny leaves, she starts hearing faint, muffled voices nearby and begins to feel uneasy. She stays put for a while, not wanting to overreact, but her instincts tell her something isn't right. Then Johnny returns. This time, he warns Alyssa that someone is watching her through binoculars from a nearby mountain. He describes the man as driving an older Dodge pickup and says he claims to offer water to campers, essentially describing himself. Alyssa's confusion and discomfort grow as she realizes Johnny might be pretending to be someone else, warning her about himself.
Hey,
Hi.
so have a guy
Uh-huh.
in the mountain up there that is watching you with binoculars.
Okay, well, that's unnerving.
Well, it's not that you can't stay. Just, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah.
The other side of the mountain is safer.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
He's driving an older Dodge pickup, and he told me he comes out here and offers water
Uh-huh.
to people, but I would stay away from him. He parks up there and looks around to see who might need water, who might need this, who might need that.
Did me, or did he just tell you that he was watching me?
When I pulled up, he had his field glasses up, looking this direction. I was like, what are you looking at?
Yeah.
Well, I'm just looking to see if there's anybody that needs water. He's, you see that white truck underneath the tree?
I'm right in the tree view, so
All right, come on. Come out here and I'll show you. Just so you know.
it's also just odd that there's not really anybody out here.
Get a good description of that truck.
It was a white truck.
It's white and burgundy.
Despite trying to remain polite, Alyssa is clearly unsettled as Johnny lingers, watching her while she finishes her laundry. She later notices, upon reviewing her footage, just how intently he had been staring at her. When she asks if he needs anything, Johnny suddenly seems to snap out of it and leaves. As soon as he's out of sight, Alyssa hastily packs up her things, tears down her window covers, and drives away as fast as she can, determined to get as far from the area as possible. For solo travelers, encountering another person in an isolated area can be far more terrifying than any imagined danger. Alyssa's experience, captured on camera, offers a chilling reminder of the risks female travelers sometimes face while navigating the world alone. Number 9. The bearded explorer Colin is no stranger to eerie and abandoned places. Known for his fearless approach to urban exploration, he's built a reputation for venturing into some of the creepiest locations. On October 26, 2024, Colin set out on another spine-chilling adventure, this time to an abandoned house nestled in the middle of a cemetery in UK. This particular house, which had been deserted for nearly 25 years, had a dark history and a reputation for being haunted by spirits rumoured to roam the surrounding graveyard. Despite its frightening reputation, Colin wasn't one to shy away from danger.
In an abandoned house in the middle of a cemetery on my own. This is going to be terrifying. I'm actually stood in the middle of a cemetery completely on my own at the moment. Tonight I'm exploring this abandoned haunted house on my own. I'm not very happy that I am walking around this cemetery.
With his camera in hand, he arrived at the cemetery after nightfall, prepared to explore the dilapidated house on his own. He noted the unsettling quietness of the area as he approached the building, and even before stepping inside, there was a palpable heaviness in the air. As he filmed the crumbling exterior, he explained the background of the house.
Now again, it's been abandoned for a very, very long time. There is actually a bit of a funny story to this. So when I was at school, one of the girls in my school class actually used to live in this house. I mean, that was over 25 years ago now, so very long time ago. I never ever went in there. It wasn't that kind of relationship, we were just friends in the class, but she actually used to live in it. We used to always take the mickey out of it. Oh, you live in a house in a cemetery, it's haunted, la 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 la. Apparently, it was haunted. She used to tell us stories about footsteps and seeing images at the bottom of her bed. We never used to believe her at the time, but who knows?
Once inside, Colin carefully began his exploration. The house was in ruins, with peeling wallpaper, broken furniture, and shattered windows that had been left untouched for years. As he moved from room to room, a sense of unease grew. There was something about the silence that felt unnatural.
Oh, look, we've got even more of these doors in here. These are really lovely. I love these. What on earth is that? Oh my God, I have just got the biggest, like the goosebumps I've got all up the back of my legs and all on my arms. That's horrible. That is really nice. I don't know what that is. It's probably come off one of the old chapels outside. What was that? I don't know if you heard that, but that sounded like a tap, tap, tap. Oh, please don't let there be anyone in here. Oh, don't like this.
Suddenly, the stillness was broken by a faint tapping sound from above. Startled, Colin paused to listen. Old buildings often made noises, but there was something deliberate about this sound, as though someone, or something was walking around upstairs. He hesitated, but his curiosity pushed him forward.
Just the ceiling in here as well. Oh no, please don't tell me that. Is this an old chapel? I'm just looking at the shape of the ceiling, obviously with the doors, but the window as well. Okay, I'm gonna get out of here. Obviously the goosebumps in here are horrible. These doors are lovely. Look how fit they are. Oh God, what the fuck is that? That actually sounded like there was someone upstairs. Hello? Okay, that was horrible. That actually sounded like there was somebody walking around upstairs. Hello? Okay, this is terrifying now.
The upper floor of the house was even more unsettling than the first. The rooms were small and claustrophobic, with dark corners that seemed to stretch into the shadows. As Colin searched the floor, checking each room, the eerie atmosphere only intensified. Every creak of the floorboards beneath his feet seemed amplified in the quiet.
That mirror, I don't like that mirror at all. That is horrible. Oh dear. Okay, let's go and have. Hello? Oh my God. This is horrible. Oh God, hello. Right, there's no one in here, good. Okay, I think we've got another bedroom to look in opposite here. God, this is horrible. This is really, really horrible. I don't like this at all. Okay, there's nobody in here.
Then, as he reached the final room, something caught his eye.
Hello? I think you can hear something. Oh no, there's a ladder. But that's too low to go in there. There's another loft space there. Okay, I think this is the last room. I think this is like a cupboard or something. Oh no, it's the bathroom. Oh, fuck.
In the corner of the room, partially hidden behind an old shower curtain, there was a figure. It wasn't a ghostly apparition. It was a person, crouched and trying to stay out of sight. The unexpected discovery sent a jolt of fear through Colin. Without waiting to find out who it was or what they were doing there, he quickly backed out of the room and rushed down the stairs.
Oh my God, that was horrible. Okay, I've got to get out of here. That was bloody horrible. I don't know what that was. I don't know if there's someone in there, but I'm not hanging around to find out. I'm getting out of here.
Once outside, Colin took a deep breath, grateful to be back in the open air. He didn't look back as he made his way to his car, shaken but relieved to have escaped unscathed. This encounter was unlike anything he had experienced before, and it was clear that this exploration had pushed even Colin, who had seen his fair share of scary places, to his limits. Though he managed to leave safely, the haunting memory of that night remained with him. It was a stark reminder that in abandoned places, the real danger isn't always the ghosts, it's the living. Number 10. Frank, well known for his YouTube channel, Franco TV, is no stranger to venturing into places most would never dare visit. His reputation as a fearless investigator of eerie, abandoned, and reportedly haunted locations has earned him a dedicated following. In this particular video, Frank revisits a cemetery that locals claim is haunted. The place has a long-standing reputation for eerie phenomena, including disembodied voices, shadowy figures, and reports of strange rituals said to have demonic undertones. Because of its dark reputation, the cemetery is widely avoided after nightfall. However, for Frank, the danger only heightens his determination to uncover the truth. Arriving at the cemetery as night falls, Frank is instantly on alert.
But apparently this has been like a hot spot. It's a very famous witch that pretty much passed away, and people come to serve this area. want to see if they're even doing a ceremony now. Or tonight. Alright, so I have a candle. I'm gonna turn the camera around so you guys can see. I'm not going directly to it just yet because that looks like it was just lit. At least I think it is. Wait a second. I got more candles in here. Alright, before I go inside, I'm gonna go around this place.
The faint glow of recently lit candles scattered among the graves catches his attention. Although candles in cemeteries are not uncommon, something about these particular ones seems off. Scanning the area to ensure he's alone, Frank begins his investigation, his instincts on high alert.
Alright. Oh fuck. I got somebody yelling. Alright. I just got the sound of somebody yelling over here. I got something in the back there. I just saw what looked like a light, slightly. But wait, you saw that? Right there. I knew it. That is where I heard the scream coming from. Shit. I can't stick myself out. I'm gonna stick the camera out. You see? What the hell are you doing?
As he moves deeper into the cemetery, an unsettling sound reaches his ears, a distant, echoing yell. His unease grows as he notices faint movements near one of the tombs. Peering closer, Frank spots a dark figure that seems to retreat into the shadows. Memories of a previous encounter at the same cemetery flash through his mind, when he stumbled upon a mysterious group clad in dark robes. This time, however, there appears to be only one person, or so it seems.
All black. See if they light another candle. That's one. The last time I was here, I saw like 7 people. Let me zoom out. In case I see somebody else. Oh shit. More movement coming from over here to the right. You see? But I don't see anything. I'm gonna see if I can start staying a little bit more inside the tomb area. Just so that way I'm not so obvious. Because if I stand towards the main road, if they start passing by, oh god, they're gonna see me. So I am definitely hearing something. And I think I did something extremely stupid. I'm still trying to see if I can see any lights or candles or anything for where I seen that person walking through here. And look right over there. I don't know if they see me, but I just saw something dark, and then they went right into the tomb. I'm gonna zoom in here. Look at the tomb. Look, you see it?
As he cautiously continues his exploration, a deep sense of dread begins to take hold. Frank can't shake the feeling that he's being watched. He tries to remain out of sight, staying near the tombs to avoid drawing attention to himself. But the tension only increases when he notices subtle movements near another grave. What's worse, strange noises begin to echo through the cemetery.
Definitely. Oh, I lost light. Hold on. There we go. I'm gonna keep the camera still. It's definitely moving. That is a head. I'm hoping it comes out a little bit more. Let's see if I can get closer. I'm gonna be making my way out of here. I want to see if I can get towards another area. So I am now approaching the area where I seen that kid. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll show you the clip here. What's the creepiest part is that this whole area in the back is known for children, that deceased children, the children that passed away. That's what this whole area is known for. So to see a kid running through there like nothing at that specific area to this graveyard kind of freaked me out. But to keep saying, I just have to be like logical and just kind of be like, okay, they could be a part of the group that was here. And that's kind of what I'm going with for now. Switching it back into a night vision again.
A childlike laugh, drifting faintly on the wind. The unsettling laughter stops as abruptly as it began, leaving an oppressive silence in its wake. Steeling himself, Frank presses on, determined to document as much as possible. But the deeper he ventures, the more oppressive the atmosphere becomes.
I don't even want to raise my voice. I want to see if it happens naturally. What is that? You see? Hear it? That is a kid laughing. I really feel like I'm being watched right now. Down this area. I'm gonna keep making my way forward and seeing what's on the other side. I hate this area. This area is by far the creepiest for me. What the? Oh shit.
His nerves fray when he suddenly notices a motionless figure slumped against a tomb wall. The person is eerily still, dressed in all black, and gives no indication of being alive. The sight is enough to stop Frank in his tracks, sending a cold shiver down his spine. Despite the overwhelming sense of danger, Frank pushes forward, hoping to find a quieter spot on the other side of the cemetery. But things take a terrifying turn.
Holy shit. I'm probably not gonna go up that way. All black. Who's wearing all black? That looked like a shadow. Oh fuck, that scared the shit out of me. Hold on, let me get out of this area. It's starting to rain a lot now. Oh my god. Nada, ¿qué tal? Hola. Nada, solamente mirando. Yo estoy mirando para fantasmas grabando.
Pero acá nadie puede entrar de noche.
Yo tiene permiso para una muchacha que me ayudas para entrar por aquí.
Sí, es peligroso, acá roba.
Sí, pero ¿qué tú estás haciendo aquí?
Yo estoy buscando a mi marido, no lo encuentro, está muerto, pero no está.
¿No está?
No está. Yo quisiera que tú me ayudes a buscarlo.
¿A quién? ¿A tu...?
A mi esposo.
¿Tu esposo?
Ajá.
¿Dónde?
No lo encuentro.
¿Él está caminando por aquí o está...?
Está muerto, pero no está. No está.
No está.
Estoy buscándolo. Yo vivo acá.
Ya.
Nadie puede vivir.
When loud, sudden banging sounds begin to reverberate from somewhere nearby. And then, out of nowhere, a woman appears. Her sudden presence is jarring, and there's something deeply unsettling about her demeanor. She seems disoriented, mumbling incoherently, and her piercing gaze leaves Frank frozen in place. It's not the first time he has seen her. He recalls a previous encounter, where she had spoken of searching for her missing husband, despite the fact that he was long deceased. This time, her behavior is even more bizarre, adding to the growing sense of dread.
No, sí, no quiero problemas, nada así. Bueno, ok. Bueno, yo voy a dejarte...
Mejor vete, antes que te hagan algo.
Ya, no te preocupes. Ya está, gracias. Chao. Sí. Just happened. She's just staring at me. Yeah, no, solamente soy confundido. She's like, run, get out of here. What the fuck just fucking happened? Sí, ya, gracias. I am so confused for what the hell just happened right now. I don't know what just happened. She just came out of nowhere and told me to get out. And that sounded like the same lady that I seen the last time, where she was like, niño. I don't know, she said something last time. It sounded like the same lady, but she said she was looking for her husband.
Frank doesn't wait to find out what will happen next. Shaken and overwhelmed, he decides it's time to leave. As he hurriedly makes his way back to the entrance, he reflects on everything he has experienced. As he leaves the cemetery behind, Frank knows that this experience will stay with him for a long time. Though disappointed that he had to cut his investigation short, he is also relieved to escape without encountering something worse.